Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. This is another external server with Rectech New Horizons video, episode number 6, which is also for the week's number 6. This is actually the second time I'm recording this, because the first time I actually forgot to switch scenes on my OBS. So, yeah, I was using my stream layout instead, but I got that fixed, so we are good now. And by the way, if you guys want to check it out, my stream link is in the description of this video. So let's start with our beautiful weekly update video. So yeah. So long story short, many upgrades, many upgrades, and probably this week, upcoming week will be a slower week in general. Since we'll be working mostly on trying some quality of life stuff, improving our base, not doing so much progression, since I've actually think I'm going pretty fast in progression because I'm actually at H3 now and I'm throughout 200 hours. And I'm pretty sure last time I just got to H3 at like 300, 400 hours, somewhere around that. So compared to last time, I'm going pretty fast. So I think it's time to slow down a bit and go for a bit of a quality of life stuff, like Thumbcraft the boots, for example, some better armor, maybe crops and bees later on as well, stuff like that. And also our base downstairs, I'll show you guys in a bit how that's looking, but that also needs to be kind of improved. So yeah, let's start here with our boilers. As you guys might remember, last week we had both of these boilers the same size. I'm actually double the size of this one, so we are actually producing double the power for this one. So instead of producing um, 2 MVMs plus 2 MVMs, we are actually producing 6 MVMs in total, which is pretty good. So yeah, I actually added 4 more cook ovens so we could keep up with this, and I also added these 4 advanced cook ovens, which, well, I'll help keeping this up with the croissant. But now we are running into another issue. Oh yes, and of course I already added the reservoir, since this actually consumes a lot of water. So yeah, the main problem now is that we are running out of food, and I already have the stuff in my inventory required to fix that. But unfortunately, I have still yet to configure it right. The farming station, I already have the pipes. We'll place the farm over there. And I can show this already because I was actually working here before recording this video. I had here the other water tanks, but since right now we are just using the water from these water tanks to go downstairs and not to fuel the boilers. So we don't really need to be producing as much water as before, um, since we don't really have to keep up with the boilers, right? We have the other tank, so basically we are just using this for stuff which requires water downstairs, which is not that much stuff. So yeah, and we'll be placing our farm around here. Um, and why it's so far away from our base? That's because the NRO farming station is actually a bit laggy. So while we don't get better stats on our crops, or actually before we actually start the crops, right? um, I'll be placing the farm here, and so yeah. The plan is eventually to move it to somewhere around here, probably maybe up there. I have already some plans for the future of our base and how to expand it. I've actually changed minds quite a few times already, but yeah, as you guys know, it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress. So yeah, we also soonish will probably start moving to a benzene setup instead of steam. We have this setup right now, which is pretty good, and as you guys might have noticed, this is actually keeping up. These are most of the time off because we don't have wood. So we are actually keeping up with the both boilers. In this case, this is just the only solid boiler. This is using creosote. But yeah, this is all keeping up with this. And this is most of the time turned off because we don't have enough wood. So we might even be able to get another boiler, maybe this size, or I don't think we can do this size, but another one of this could be done kind of easily to place here. So we will probably look into that very soon. We are still, well, we are producing a lot of steam, and we are actually using most of the more steam downstairs because I changed most of the stuff that was using MV engines to MV combustion to MV steam because I upgraded the pipes and there's a bunch of new stuff here. I'll show you guys in a bit. Up here there's not much changes. I added this elevator which actually goes to our clean room. This is a bit out of the way. And we have a bunch of stuff here to craft circuits. I actually have more SMDs in my backpack, but yeah. There was no space left for that here, so yeah. And this is actually, as you guys can see underneath, actually I also have a smeltery here. This was for the inner portals. Unfortunately the Enderman that was here vanished, so that's unlucky, but we managed to got me inside. This is actually our collection since we were both working towards this. We have a big backlog of pearls, so we are good on it for now. But yeah, around here, let's start from this side, I guess. Not much changes here, just the slice and splice for the farming station. Some HV machines. I'm actually using this new, I think this is new, recipe for ruby dust. This was actually quite annoying to get before. But what we can do now is actually not this. Let's see if I can find it. I think yeah, this one. So basically, with ruby dust, we can get like 50% chance, which is pretty good. And we actually have three. Actually, got three aluminum hydroxide, and this is pretty good because we can get aluminum with this. And aluminum is used to get aluminum, so it's actually pretty useful. And ruby dust is pretty easy. It's just some kind of ruby with the tiny pile of sodium hydroxide, which is pretty easy to get, and the hydrochloric acid. But we get this back, so as you guys can see, these loops, which is pretty good. And yeah, basically we can get one like alpha chrome per ruby dust, which is pretty good. I actually really like to do it this way. Gonna get a lot more ruby this way. So yeah, it's pretty nice recipe. I think this is a new one. Don't think this was here last time, but I'm not sure. Yeah, we also upgraded our blast furnace to nichrome. And yeah, this is now also using HP power with C10 boosted. I actually need to bring a little bit more, so I'll do that as well. But yeah, this part is really similar. We still have our steel tank with steel, MV machines, some LV machines, more LV, more MV, more LV. This part is quite different, so I'll just go through the changes. Here we now have an LCR. This is for sulfuric acid. So before we had our sulfuric acid here, but now there's not there anymore. It's now here. We don't have the fuel being made here and our heavy fuel. So for now we just have this temporary setup here for this is light fuel. This is mainly used for the ethylene, which we still use this way, which is not good, but we'll change it. We'll change this in the future. Maybe for the next episode it will be changed, but I'm not sure. So yeah, and why we need the ethylene? First we need it for, of course, polyethylene and PVC. And I think I'll just lower the volume because of that machine. But yeah, now we are doing here acetic acid with the ethylene and the oxygen. I was so start it there, and that goes here, cells with our sulfuric acid, which looks like we are not producing enough. Oh, it stopped. I don't know why it stopped, but I guess it stopped. Oh, I think that was because I changed the edges. Yeah, I was moving the edges before, so that might have been it. So yeah, we are now producing here the ethanol, which is used for cetane down there, but we'll get that. Yeah, this is just all setup for stuff. I don't think the nitrogen gas was here before, but now there is. And this is our jank setup for the polytetrafluoroethylene. So we make methane gas here with chlorine. So, and we also make hydrofluoric acid with fluorine and hydrogen here. Comes to there. That one goes from this, it makes chloroform, which goes here for tetrafluoroethylene, combined with oxygen, which makes our PTFE. And then we centrifuge the hydrochloric acid here. So yeah, that's how we make that. And here, there's our distillation tower, which takes in our oil, sends it to here to be desulfurized. And this part is a bit jank, but well, it is what it is, I guess. We get both of these to make fuel, send it to here, and here we are making cetane boosted diesel, of course. This tetranitromethane comes from this chemical reactor, which makes nitric acid and ethanol. Nitric acid we are producing here. This is actually a dual purpose chemical reactor because this does both um, ammonia using the number 1, I think. Yep, this recipe. And it also does the nitric acid, yeah, with this recipe. So this does both of them. So yeah, that's a pretty big change. So now we can just use, well, cetane boosted diesel, which is much more efficient. If I can get to it, yeah, this is much more efficient than using fuel, which we were using before. It's all more than double the amount, so it's a pretty big upgrade actually. And especially our blast furnace was going through fuel pretty fast, so I had to basically upgrade all of this. So that's where it stands now. And I was talking about the piping. As you guys can see now, the piping is much clean. We are using these large dark steel pipes, which can carry a lot. This is especially useful so we can have the MV turbines I've talked about earlier. So now we switched most of these to steam turbines, so like we are processing or distilling our oil with steam. This is actually also being done with steam. Uh, this as well. The only thing that's not being done with steam is this part here. Mainly because of the HV turbines that this requires. This we have two here. So yeah, these two HV machines need to have HV power. So we don't really transport enough steam for that. So we basically need to make do with just using fuel for that. So yeah, as you guys can see, there's our LCR. The machines that were here. Oh, this is actually still running fuel, but yeah, we won't be using this for much longer. I already have an oil cracking unit built, so we'll be getting that. And as you guys can see, the pipe goes through everything. And we have this also. This is new. This is for obsidian. We were needing some obsidian, so I just got that going. So yeah, that's all the changes. Just one more thing that I've also set up. I actually drilled some oil oil, well, the thing is where the oil comes out, I guess. But those drain relatively quickly, so I set up this drilling rig, which I'll say it right now, this sucks. This is pretty bad. This started at 23, and we are just going for like 14 now. So, and this has only been running for like 4 hours, not even 4 hours, like 2 hours, 3 hours. So this is draining already, and this doesn't really get us that much fuel, or in this case, oil. Part of the reason why this doesn't give that much fuel is because I actually was kind of blind when I set this up. I just went, oh, we have this all here already. Let's just use this all. And I actually completely forgot to look at the chunk for the amounts. The amounts here are pretty garbage anyway, so it's not like we were going to get much better yield. We are on this 25 chunk, I think, or is it this 23? Don't know. I think it's the 23 because we started at 23, right? So it would make sense to for us to have 23. But yeah, this is pretty garbage. We will have to go into this one. This one is a better one. This one we can get it underneath our base, but it's still pretty garbage. And well, everything around here is pretty garbage either way. So this is basically non-existent. This is bad. The heavy fuel is bad as is, so we don't really want that. Neither we want the light oil. We probably want just the raw oil. Raw oil is probably the best, so that's why this chunk is the best from the ones I've scanned. Um, in terms of oil, this one down here, I think it's the best. I don't think the others are better. I don't think I even have another oil. Oh, besides this one, of course, but we don't count this one. This is, yeah, that's bad. Yeah, this is pretty bad. So this is the better one. This both of these are pretty good. This is better actually, but yeah, I should do some more scanning. I think so. Maybe we could find some better oils. But yeah, there were two fountains here that I've drained. There was one here a long time ago that I've drained. Uh, I might just go into this one so we can get more, or this one. I don't think those are ones, but I'm not sure. To get more because we actually don't really have a better way to get oil right now. So it would be pretty good to try and get some actual good oil production going. But yeah, those pumps are pretty bad, especially the first one, two, first and second tiers are pretty bad. After that, it gets a lot better, but the first one especially really bad. Actually, can we craft the better one already? It's this one, right? We can actually craft this. This is not that hard to craft. I will probably just go for it and upgrade to this one. This will require an H3 energy edge, which is a bit annoying to craft, but I think it's worth it because well we can get the 2x2 chunk. So instead of just working, I'll show you guys the map again in case you guys aren't familiar with this pack, how the oil works. um Basically, instead of just mining like a single chunk, like here where we are actually draining from this 23-liter chunk, we could actually get 2x2 chunks, so we would be draining from all of them at once, and that increases our output much more. And of course, with the other drills, we'll be doing 4x4s, and later on the full 8x8 with just a single pump. So yeah, But that's more advanced, I guess. So for this, I think this is all from this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, and yeah, hope to see you guys next time. So yeah,